Hello, I'm Karen, and in this part of the video, so this is the second part where I'm actually adding the tail and the fins on for the whale, but these same leaves can be made into a little poinsettia plant, which I'll do a different video for that one. So on this one we're making the tails and the fins for our whales. Okay, so let's put our little whales up there so they're nice and happy, and we'll be using the cream yarn again, just so it's easy to see for the video, and I'm using a 4mm crochet hook. So I'm going to do the little fins first. Okay, so just tail end at the beginning and begin with a twist. We're going to do a chain of 8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then for this one, we're going to do different stitches. So we're going to do the slip stitch or the single crochet into the beginning. I'll do it in American terms actually one way, and UK terms the other way. So it's going to be, so that was a slip stitch, this is a single. Then we're going to do the half double. Then we're going to do the double. Then we're going to come back down and do the half double. We're going to do the single, and then we're going to do the slip stitch. You're going to miss this end one where you've done the slip stitch, come round into the other stitch next to it, move your tail end out of the way. Now in UK terms we're doing a double crochet, then we're going to do the half treble crochet, then we're going to do the treble, then we're going to do the half treble, and then the double and the single into the beginning there. And that's it. That is just how you're going to do your little the little one. So this end where you've actually finished here, you're going to get your and you get your tail end from the opposite side. And what I did is, so I'm just going to put that way around, just to weave the tail under. So we're just going to just go in and out, just weave it up through the middle, just so that that's going to be able to be tucked into the body nicely as we work. Okay, and then what you do is you're going to end up getting both of your tail ends. So you're going to do 2 of those. So that's the small piece. And so now I'm going to show you how to do the actual tail pieces at the end. So I'm going to leave myself a longer piece of tail end because I need to sew in with these. So we're going to begin with a twist. I'm going to begin with a chain of 12 for this one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, so if you came to this video because it's got leaves on it, so these are obviously leaves. You can make these as leaves, you can make them as petals, but I'm using them as tails today. So we're going to do, so we're going to skip the first chain, and we're going to do a slip stitch into the first one, single crochet. This is US term, sorry. Single crochet into the next one, half double into the next one. Then we're going to do 5 double. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, a daisy, and 5. Then we're going to do the half double, the single, and the slip stitch. Same as with the little one, we don't use the end stitch again. We're going to come around and start going up the opposite side, doing exactly the same stitches on the opposite side, but I'm going to tell you in the UK terms. So this one would be a double crochet, then it's a half treble, then we're going into the treble stitch, so we need to do 5 of those. That's 1. I'm going underneath 2 strands, by the way, on this opposite side. What's that? There. 2. I've lost my count of my stitches now. There, so it was 1, 2, 3, 4, and fifth one of those. Then we're going to come down to the half treble, and then this would be the double, and then this would be the single. Okay, so then it just looks like that lovely little leaf shape. So the first one, you cut it off and you finish your piece. I've got an actual green one, which I made earlier. So what we're going to do is look, so where you've finished on this end, yeah, so you're going to, it's slip stitching or single crochet in this next bit. So you're going to go underneath the 2 strands of the first one, well the second one actually, then go into the piece that you'd already made, because you need to, so you need to make 2, and we're going to join them together as a sandwich just to give them some stability and some strength. So you pull through the back piece, you pull through the front piece, it's a bit stiff this stitches, there, and then pull through the loop that's on the hook, pull everything nice and tight. Then you're going to go through the front piece and then through the back piece. Make sure that your stitches are all lined up, and you're just going to just slip stitch all the way around till they're joined. As you go around, I will tell you, I'm looking at my time, yeah, so we've this stitch here bends over. It's also a bit of a stiff stitch, but you go all the way around, you come all the way back round to the beginning, and then when you get all the way back to the end, you just want to do one more stitch right in the middle to make your very last stitch come through the middle piece there once you've all joined them together, and you sew in all your other tail ends. Okay, so that's those pieces. So I've got my 2 pieces for the tail, so I'm going to show you how to join these to the body. I'm going to have to just move these ones out of the way a minute and bring in the one. So this one, I put that through there. When you're doing that piece through there to there, you have to really squidge your work together, so you have to make sure you pull the chin back out. Right, so for this, what I'm going to do is show you, so I want this to fit halfway. Yep, so I'm just going to literally go halfway. So I'm going to go underneath the top loops of the middle of the tail. There. And then you're going to come back through the top loop and go back into this actual tail. I want that to stay sort of quite central, so I'm just going to go put that there. And then into the top of the stitch of the tail piece, and then back into the body. We're just doing in the top section, okay, just to pull these bits nicely, and then into there and into there. And know at the moment it seems flimsy, but don't worry. You're going to put your needle through all the way through to the back, pull it around, come back through your stitches, and then join to the opposite side. And so we're going to make sure it's really nice and snug in place. There. And then into there. I feel like it's going slightly off centre, but there you go, never mind. Things happen. And we'll come back into there, and I'm just going to put that piece. I'm just going to leave that stitch up there for now. Yeah, because you're going to work those in there, but I might need it again. So I'm going to come back. So this one, I'm going to get on the opposite side. So because we want to come down, yeah, so we want to come through our work. On this one, what I did is I joined it to this piece first, just to make it a bit easier, just so it's a bit more stable. There, and then came back into the work. There, and then we're going to come from this piece into the body. I'm going to go right as close as I can to the middle, because I want to pull these as tight as possible, so I don't want a hole right in the middle. There, and don't worry if you do get a hole, you can still tidy up the hole as you go along. So you're just going to attach this piece to the front, yeah, and then I'm going to come into that little bit, I think there, go into that one, go through my tail to the back. Oh, I nearly lost my yarn there. Pull that through nice and tight, and then do exactly the same in the back piece. I'm kind of rushing for the sake of a video, so some of my stitches are maybe not the best, but it's only a toy at the end of the day. It's not like it's I know you want to make everything as neat as possible, but you know when you're first practicing, okay, so don't be too hard on yourself. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, so these tail ends, I'm just going to just tuck them inside the actual tail, so they've gone out of the way. And that tail end can also go into there, which obviously you know how to do that, so I'm not going to just, that's just silly. Right, so now I'm going to go and get the pieces. So I've already prepared these pieces, and I want to get both of the tail ends onto my needle. The way that I measured for these particular pieces is I did, so I went to the mouth, I just went 2 rows down, so that I'm just lower down. I think it's how I've gone, yeah, 2 rows down, and then literally do the same as the other one. Come right through to the opposite side, make sure it's 2 rows, and you're coming down, and pull that all the way through. And then you're going to pull this, the loose, yeah, get your tail ends through. Not that one. Right, now as I've pulled it, I know it's scrunched up my tail, so we just need to just make my fin, sorry. So you just need to make sure that pulls back so it's nice. You're just going to just do a little stitch around here, just to keep it secure. And then you're going to come back through there just to make sure it's like a little knot there. And then all of these tail ends, they're going to come up and come through where you've chosen where the blowhole is going to be. Okay, and just get those to come through there like that. That's one side done. And then you're going to get the other one. I'm watching my time. Honestly, you know when you're doing it yourself, when you're actually doing it, you'll take your time for the sake of a video and knowing that you've got like limited times on things. It's different. So I'm going to come back through the opposite side where this other one's been joined. Make sure that this one gets joined there. And you do the same process. Make sure that you've not accidentally, because you've done that weaving up, make sure you've not accidentally screwed up your fin. Make sure that's got a nice little tight wrap around there. There's a little knot because you don't want it to come out and come undone. And through the same piece, back up the same place where you're doing your little blowhole. So, little bits of fact about the blowhole is that, so we've got that there. I'm going to just cut all of that off now, so it's roughly the same length. And then what you do is you just untwist all of your pieces of yarn to make the actual, like the little spray of water. But yeah, if whales obviously breathe air like we do, but if we was underwater, when we popped out of the water, we would just go and just gasp and breathe straight in. But a whale, because this little bit has the potential to get a little bit of water on it, they have to puff out first, a little tiny puff of air, which causes this water just to spray up out of the way before they actually then take a breath in. And say the beluga whale itself doesn't have a dorsal fin on the top, just so that it can swim underneath the ice without being, so it can get close to find the air holes, the breathing holes. And its big lump on its head is where it uses that echolocation. I'm just trying to untwist some of these so you can just get a rough idea. But you untwist all of those, yeah? You know, you're understanding what I'm doing. It does take obviously a little bit of time. It does need a little bit of neatening up, but there you go. It's a nice manoeuvrable whale for you to be able to play games with. The more you play with it, the more it sort of starts to build its own sort of little body. You can push this bit down so you can make it rounded if you wanted to, and then squidge it back out. So there you go. There's my whales. Oh, and a baby beluga whale is born a bluey grey colour, and when it's mature, it's when it turns white. So there we go. So I hope you like the little whales. And if you do want to do the leaves, yeah, you want me to make the what's it called? Poinsettia plant. I've just used a little plastic plant pot to be able to do this one in. If you want me to show you how to do that, please let me know in the comment in the bottom of the video. And also I have a question to ask. And this is a very serious question. If I was to share a crochet pattern that made a magic spell, it is part of my story, but if I shared that, would you be interested in learning how to crochet a magic spell? Okay, so answer yes or no in the description box below. Any other kind of little feedback would be lovely. Thank you. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. And bye for now.